Good evening, you're joining us at half-time at the CFA, Cal Spelman and Needham and Newer. We are playing Preston North End in our first pre-season friendly of the season, and the score currently stands at 1-0. 45 minutes in, Needham. What is your assessment of the first half?
It's not the smoothest we've seen City, but people seem to be in good health. There are one or two nice bits of combination play and so on. They're defending well. So I suppose for now it's mission accomplished.
It's mission accomplished. I mean, we were going to go through a few of the key moments in the game, but we've had quite a few young players there on the pitch. Was there any stand out to you?
It's not been, as I say, it's not been the smoothest of games. So for some of them, they've not been at their absolute best, but defensively they've done well. I think Brent Knight through the middle. I think he's been trying to stretch the play a bit, and people have been playing on the shoulder, and it's been good because when City do go on attack, there's a certain change in tempo, and I think the front three they're a big part of that. So overall, like I say, it's not been the cleanest, but I think the guys, they're doing themselves credit because in this team, I think they look quite good. Really do.
Let's go through some of the key moments of the game. Then, of course, the score currently stands at 1-0. Let's take a look at the goal from Mahrez. So this was the build-up to the free kick. Morgan Rogers, who was out on the left, moved over to the right.
That's nice, yeah. And that's with Cole stretching the game as well, playing on the shoulder. I think his ball retention's been really good as well. And in there, yeah, it's nice. Just commit, get the foul, and then Riyad was more than ready to pick that ball up.
You kind of knew as well in here, didn't you? I don't know about you. He was down. I was kind of like, this
that must be a nice feeling, It must be a nice feeling to think, hey, this is me. Don't worry, guys. I've got this.
And just walk back in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he, just pops it on that spot right there. I was thinking he's probably going to score, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, probably going to score. Do you feel the keeper could have done better, or is it just a beautifully placed free kick?
Let's have a look again. So that's 5 people in their wall, 2 for us in there. The keeper's probably not seen a lot, and he might be disappointed, but goal's a goal.
A goal really is a goal. It's the only thing that separates us at the moment. But you mentioned it there in the build-up, though, that Cole Palmer's ball retention. Actually, when I seen him play with the EDS, is very much in the wing, but to see him take that central role. Probably getting to showcase a bit more of his talent and what he can do.
Yeah, he's certainly doing that, yeah. I think there was only really one moment where I thought he gave it away quite easily, but overall, he's handling the ball really well, and I think a difference between, say, some of the academy players today compared to in my time is that they handle the ball really well whilst under pressure. I think from when I was young, you wouldn't necessarily be playing the ball to people who are under, but for somebody like him, you give him the ball and you could have 1, 2, 3 people around him and you trust him with it, a la like a David Silva when he first came, because that's when I started to see the change at the club.
And do you, as well, I don't know if you will have picked up on it here, but a couple of times I've actually heard him shouting to Fernandinho, or maybe shouting over to Mendy or Cancelo for the ball. You've got to say that he must be quite confident.
Yeah, 100%. But then I think with some of these guys as well, it's an understanding of the job. Even though you're brand new to it, whether you've played 1 game or 1,000, the game's a lot easier when everybody communicates properly. So obviously there's a way in which you can talk to a senior pro, but your job in that position is to talk to them. Here's a man on, I'm a free, give me the ball, come high, go low, move left, move right. Makes the game easy for everyone. And I tell you, football is at its absolute hardest when you can't speak and when you don't speak, because you never know what's going on around you.
Yeah.
So for somebody like him to come in and to be commanding that position, I think it just shows he knows his role.
Absolutely. There was a chance earlier on in the half from a young Ben Knight who had adopted, it looked like, the forward role.
Yes.
I think he was tirelessly running all half, to be fair to Ben Knight.
100%, yeah.
And he was a little bit unlucky here, starting with Cancelo.
Yeah, and then to Mahrez. And look, as I say, he's just continually playing on the back shoulder. And I'll be honest, as a defender, a game where somebody is always in front of you is far easier than one where they're constantly making you run back towards your own goal. And I think he's got like a size disadvantage in terms of the people he's playing up against, but he's putting himself about and he's working them hard. I think it's a bit unfortunate there, but I think another chance will come.
I'm right. I think I'm right in saying that usually they do say as well in that position. You have to kind of go for the keepers.
Listen, me as a defender, all I will say is when you get up there is don't panic. So that would be my key bit of advice. And he didn't appear to panic, but he'll get better. He'll get the opportunity again. And I think for these players now, if that moment does come, they would have learned from that, and maybe he'll try something a bit different next time. He probably had more time than he realised as well, but. He'll look back at it and he'll learn from it.
The next one we want to highlight here is a Morgan Rogers shot where it involved Benjamin Mendy and also Cole Palmer once again. Starting with Diaz there, of course.
Yeah.
But popping up all over Cole Palmer, which is really great to see.
Yes, it is, yeah. It shows that he's got the personality to want to get on the ball, and you see that there's just those people are the worst to play against, honestly. But again, it's pass, it's move, it's pass, it's move, timing of the pass as well. And then it gets cleared, but City, they gather the ball around the edge of the box. I think for as much as people give them credit for keeping the ball, one of the ways in which they do so is they always come up behind it should they lose it. So that's, as you can see with this move here, the move isn't finished. You look at everybody ringing the box, and you can get so many second opportunities. And listen, it's not the best strike in the world, but the fact is you're in that position. If you weren't, maybe that's a counter-attack for Preston.
Yeah, I know you were talking as well, actually, Nadim, saying, because we saw there the overlap from Mendy.
Yeah.
On the other side of the pitch a couple of times, you could see actually the well-versed and well-rehearsed you were saying. It's just a different class, isn't it?
It's different, yeah. Like I've seen it with some of these combinations sometimes, because with Mahrez and Cancelo, they know their roles so well and they work really well together. So the things that they do in the moves are not independent of each other. They are literally working together. If one guy goes this way, the other guy goes that way. And as a defender, if somebody runs across you, you're going to naturally go towards them. But they're only doing that to create space for somebody else. But with a team like City, the one time you don't go is when a ball gets played in behind and that person goes through on goal.
Yeah.
So essentially you're just along for the ride as opposed to dictating play, and that's what happens when you play against the best.
I guess as well, actually, I don't know if me and, obviously these guys have been in over time, but there did seem to be as well from the young players quite a few selfless runs where I think they were trying to do that to create the space, which, says, as we were talking before the game, they know the system, they know what's required.
That's the system, that's the role. You can be disappointed if you don't get played in, but the fact is the system hinges on you continuing to make said run. So that's the beauty, I think of this City side and the football club in general now. It's not about ego, it's about people getting involved in a system and doing it well to the point where everybody can succeed together. Because if you have an attacker that doesn't want to run in behind, spoils the game for probably 2-3 other players, and before you know it, as I say, it's not good performance.
Well, let's take a little look at this Cancelo Mahrez thing that we were talking about. Here we go. This was just a little bit from the first half.
He's just... There are lots of little bits in terms of timings of run and things like that. Like that run there from Cancelo pulls back one of the other midfielders because they have to track the run. Riyad Mahrez is just trying to stand in a spot there, which is going to make it impossible for this next person. The three's looking back saying, where's the next person?
Yeah.
But like I say, the decisions that they're making, they're not independent of each other. Everything that they're doing, as I say, it serves a purpose. They know that individually they're good, but working together they're great. And with the quality that they have, look how many chances and stuff that, he's got to be disappointed to not take that. But look at the chances that they can create, and look at the nightmare, because there's nothing worse as defenders being caught just in no man's land.
Yeah.
You're looking at Cancelo 5 yards in front of you, panicking. Mahrez is 5 yards behind you as well. Like, what are you supposed to do at that point? You know what I mean? Somebody help.
I know what I've been doing.
I'm not too proud to say help. Somebody help me, please.
Of course, I think Preston, I've kind of given a great account of themselves. They had a one little chance there, and we were talking about how much we enjoy Zach Stefan, and he came through away when we needed him to.
Yeah, exactly. He's been good. As this ball came over, I thought this is a good ball. We're in trouble. Seemed like we were lost a little bit. And it's a good first touch, but, as a defender, if you've got a goalkeeper who's on the front foot, like Edison, like Zach, then you never really have to run too far. Because I've had plenty of times where I'd be on the halfway line now, opening up to full speed, like turbo boosters on, knowing I have to go all the way back.
Yeah.
But when people can nip stuff in the bud there, it gives you such a great opportunity, and you can win the ball back, and it puts off the opposition, because now they probably won't try that ball too often because they know it's going to be wasted.
Yeah. Now you might not tell me off for saying this, but I have to say it because there was a few times throughout these couple of seasons where City get undone by one ball over the top.
Yes.
Is it a worry that we're seeing it there?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Purely because it was dealt with.
Okay.
And I think as far as these defenders go, they're not the type to make the same mistake over and over and over.
Okay.
So you learn and you adapt. They'll remember that. Everybody in that back four remember that. So when they go and play in the next game, they probably won't be as front foot in a certain moment as they would do, given the fact that they were trying to be front foot in the opposition half where they can't be offside. But then the other side of the thing is, the goalkeeper was still switched on. He dealt with it. Nothing happened.
Clean sheet still.
There you go. So don't worry.
We're all right.
We're okay.
Thanks,
Nobody
Nadim.
scored. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Well, listen, City Plus is the place where you can catch the second half action. If you've just tuned in, you just have to subscribe. Currently 1-0. Sure, we're going to see some more young players. We'll be back at full time. Enjoy the game. Come on, City.
All 10 of City's players in the first half. I mentioned